Hi, this is Norm with MetaSlider. I'm going to take just a few minutes here and show you how quick and easy it is to put a great looking slider on your website. In WordPress here, I have a brand new site that I've created. I've added a few images to the site and I've created one page. That page looks like this. So let's say I want to put a slider at the top of the page to just make this a little bit nicer. Well, I'm going to go back to my dashboard and install MetaSlider, and there's really going to be three steps we're going to go through. The first step is installing MetaSlider onto your WordPress site. The second step is creating your slider with your selected images, and the third and final step is actually putting the slider into your page. So let's go to installing the plugin. We'll go over to plugins. We'll say add new. And what we simply want to search for is MetaSlider. When I bring that up and search, it's this first one right here. I'm simply going to say install now and OK. And once that's done, I'm going to activate it. So we'll activate the plugin, and when it's finished activating, you'll notice on the left-hand menu you have a new item called MetaSlider. This is where we're going to go to create our slides. So now we'll go into step 2. I click on MetaSlider and it brings me up what looks to be a blank page. What you're going to see is across the top will be tabs once we create our first one. This plus sign here, if I click it, it adds a new slider into our site. So for every plus I hit, there'll be a new tab and they go across. They define your sliders. And then going in this section here will be the actual images or other art that you put into the slider. And then on the right hand column you have the different sliders that you can select along with the options, and down at the bottom you have the actual code to put into your page or theme. So I'm going to go ahead and give this a name here. We'll just say homepage slider. We'll just call it that. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and add some images to my slider. That's done by clicking on the add slide. It brings me up my media library, and I'm just going to go ahead and select these 4 images right here and say add to slider. And you'll notice they simply get populated here, and this is where you can put in a caption or an URL that you want to take them to. And then you can pick your slider that you want and set your various options. Let's say if I wanted this, okay, it's 565 by 290. That looks good. I'm going to go ahead and save this. And then once I've saved it, I'm going to come down and I'm just simply going to grab the short code right here. I'm going to copy that. So now on to the third step, and that's actually putting it into the page. So I'm going to go over to my pages. I'm going to edit the MetaSlider demo page. I'm simply going to go here, paste it, the short code right here, and update. And then I'll go over here to this page. And this was my page before. And let's go ahead and refresh the page. And there you have it. There's my slider put into the page. Now, if I look at this, I'm going to make a quick change to this because I would actually like it to be wider, and I'm going to actually make it a little bit more narrow. So I'm going to go ahead and go back here, and I will go back to my MetaSlider. And in my MetaSlider here, I'm going to put my size at let's say 960, and I will go ahead and make it, let's just try 180. Everything else I'm going to go ahead and leave the same. I'm going to save it. And once that's saved, I'm going to go back to my page here and we'll just do a refresh. And there you have it, a great header image that you can use on your pages. It's that easy to adjust, and you've got a lot of options. Hope you enjoy MetaSlider.